Look at this photograph. Oh, shit. There we go.
This goes out to all the guys who like to play basketball in the rain with no clothes on. This is for you. I know Jesus saves. I wish he'd save us from this podcast. I know he looks after you and me, but I wish he'd take us far away from here.
I want my money back. What's up, dogs? What's up, dogettes? What's up, everybody? Welcome to IDM episode 159 on a special Thursday afternoon. I'm your guy, Oathman. That is my guy and everybody's guy. Blue shorts, the one, the only. What's up, dog?
What up, everybody?
What's up, player? How are you?
Good, man. Very busy these days, but it's good to be with you here on a special Thursday night edition of IDM.
What you busy with?
Oh, just, life stuff, all that stuff. I mean, we can talk about it a little bit later, but
Okay. All right, cool. That's good, man. Thanks for making the time for me today on this special edition of IDM, the Thursday episode. As I said on the Straight Treon this week, my one and only, my vagina. She's going to Viva Las Vegas tomorrow. With her mom and her brother. They're doing a nice little family trip. Her mom's always wanted to take the siblings to Vegas, so they're just doing a little weekend there. So I gotta freaking be the single dad this weekend, and I'm kind of panicking, but I'll be all right.
So it's the entire weekend.
Yeah, she gets back Monday.
That's brutal, dude.
I know, dude. I know. And I mean, honestly, the stuff I'm most concerned about is like coming up with shit for them to take them to this weekend. I don't want to just like sit in the house all day. I mean, I do, but that's not a nice thing to do. And then she always gets them dressed. I'm so bad at getting them dressed. They always like hate my style. So I don't know, man, but it'll be fine, dude. It'll be fine.
I am so bad at dressing the baby, by the way.
Yeah.
Like,
it's tough.
Well, they squirm around so much, and you're trying not to hurt them. But, sometimes, she's only 12 months old. Shout outs. Happy birthday, Liv Meister.
That's today?
It was a couple days ago, but.
Oh, shit. Happy birthday.
But, she squirms so much, and then, sometimes she won't, she doesn't know to put her arm all the way through the hole, pause.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck, I'm trying here. Dad is trying.
Yeah. I mean, you can, I feel like you can be a little bit more rough with them than you think. Cause,
you sound like the U.S. government.
Shorts has been digging into the Epstein files lately.
All right, we're off. We're off to a good start.
No, I mean, for me, my biggest issue is like picking out the clothing for them because they always refuse what I pick. And then my youngest daughter, she thrives. She she loves to tell people. She loves the art of refusing things. So like she just lives for the moments where she can tell people no, that's not right.
The art of the no deal.
Yeah. No and. And so anytime like I'll spend 10 minutes getting her dressed, and then after everything's said and done, she'll be like, I don't want this. This is the wrong outfit. And you would think I could just be like, all right, well, too bad that's what you're gonna wear. But it's not even worth the trouble, because she's screaming, she's crying, she's yelling. So yeah, so but it'll be fine, dude. It'll be fine. I can do it. You know.
Yeah, it'll totally be fine. It's all fine. Everything is just fine.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, dude, yeah. So that's what's going on in my life, That's it, dude. Just fucking wheeling and dealing, trying to keep these kids alive. I don't want to ask you about the busyness of your life because you said you want to table that for later. But besides that, how's your week been? What have you been watching this week? What have you been doing?
Besides watching a baby, I've been kind of getting into the Olympics a lot. That's been fun.
Hold up, what?
What?
You've been getting into the Olympics? Like you've been passionately watching these competitions?
Yeah, it's been great, dude.
Okay. What's your go-to sport?
I'm big on the men's hockey, the Olympic hockey.
Mm-hmm.
That's been cool. Oh yeah, shit. I wanted to play this for you, dude. Sorry to change topics, but I've been laughing about this clip all day long. Our old friend RFK Jr. is up to it again. Have you seen this yet?
Yep, I see it.
Okay. All right. This was him, I think, on the Theo Vaughn podcast.
We've been in recovery together for years.
You for almost over 40 years, right?
Yeah, 43 years.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we met each other.
Yeah,
At like
that's
7 a.m. meetings
Yeah.
above the bank over there. That was a
They
good
shut
meeting.
those down during COVID.
I know. That was heartbreaking. That was one of the most
we still did live meetings every day during COVID, but it was kind of a pirate group. And, I mean, for me, I said this when we came in, and I said, I don't care what happens. I'm going to a meeting every day.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not scared of a germ. I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats. And then I know this disease will kill me.
What the fuck? Dude, RFK must have been fucking wilding back in the day.
I mean, he likes fucking chicks, so that usually goes hand in hand with partying.
Yeah, him and Olivia Nuzzi.
So he has the same approach, or he had the same approach to life that I have with like Ozempic and being fat. Like one of these things is going to kill me either way,
Yeah, exactly. Snorting cocaine off a toilet seat is crazy.
Why would you do it off the seat? Why not the top part? Why not the sink?
I mean, no sports, no politics, but this is the guy that's in charge of public health.
I mean, I will give him credit. I do like that he's honest about stuff like this.
True.
I do like that he just straight up is like, yeah, I got guys, no sports, no politics, but I got a worm in my brain, or, he just comes out and says it. So that is a little bit refreshing.
I mean, he's like, I used to lick my own cum off the toilet seat.
Jesus Christ. Oh, hell no.
My bad. That's too early for this.
Yeah, way too early, dude. It's a school night, for God's sake.
Yeah, my bad.
I mean, here's the problem though. People talk, look, again, no sports, no politics. People talk shit about him and how he's crazy but the dude is jacked for an old fart, and he's got some silly pecs, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to be like, yo, this guy's an idiot. If snorting coke off a toilet seat is going to get me jacked, I'll do that, you know?
Can you imagine how fucking nuts he must have been back in the day? I mean, remember there was that story of him. I think he alluded to it here, but there was that story of him where he was like in rehab for like 30 days
Mm-hmm.
and he kept failing his like alcohol test or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he must have just been fucking ripping shots every chance he got in rehab. I mean, he has lived a wild life.
Yeah, I mean, Jen Montana says Kennedy equals sex and drugs. So, I mean, you're just born into that life of debauchery. You're like, you know what? I'm a Kennedy. I'm just gonna thug chigs and live it up.
It must have been so crazy being JFK. I mean, like I think it took years for the stories to eventually come out. I mean, besides the obvious one,
the one where he used to hook up with Marilyn Manson.
I mean, we're still waiting on the big story to drop, but
what was her name? Monroe. Yeah, Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. Yeah, those guys must have. Is he saying in the beginning of the clip here that he used to go to rehab with Theo Vaughn at a bank?
let me check it.
We've been in recovery for together for years.
You for almost over 40 years, right?
Yeah, 43 years.
I think he's just saying that we've both been in recovery.
No, keep playing.
Okay.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we met each other.
Yeah,
Like
that's
7 a.m. meetings
Yeah.
above the bank over there. That was a
They
good
shut
meeting.
those down during COVID.
Oh yeah, you're right. Good catch. Good catch.
You won't not listen to your clip.
I won't say I've been watching it all day and I haven't been.
That's crazy. I've always wondered that. Like if you go to random like what's it called? What are they called? AA meetings or NA or whatever.
Yeah.
In Hollywood or LA. Like what are the odds you run into, Steve-O or Bobby Lee or somebody like that?
I mean, I
It's
think
almost like a cool thing now to be sober.
I think a lot of them just go for the good publicity, and they can be like, "Oh, he got a little off the rails, and now he's in rehab." And then they put out the press release, and then he's still fucking ripping shots every chance he gets.
You think so?
I mean, you don't go from snorting lines of coke off a toilet seat to absolutely nothing. There's just no way.
Yeah, that's got to be tough for sure. For sure.
It was snorting lines of cocaine, toilet seat.
All right, real quick. We got some dogs in the house. Let me just check in with them real quick. Our guy D10 in the house says size. What's up, man? Butt size. Dave Slizot, happy IDM Thursday. Oh, Dave Slizot, I owe you a Venmo. I will get that to you today. I'm going to stay at Dave Slizot's house in Boston.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, I know. I told him because we're going to see Morocco versus Scotland, and he's Scottish. I was like, yo, why don't you wear a Scotland jersey? I'll wear a Morocco jersey. They'll definitely think we're a gay couple, in the crowd, especially if we hold hands. But no, I think he's gonna rep Morocco. Oh shit, we got one of these. Holla.
8-gram alert.
I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Our guy Ernesto Ladon says Argentina versus Morocco World Cup final. That would be pretty cool. Ernesto has that awesome situation where the team that he likes and roots for usually wins. So it's pretty cool. Shouts to Ernesto, man. Alex Davis, I get sized. Oh, Dave says, what's the over under on how many movies you'll watch with the kids this weekend? 4.5. This is a good question. Dave says, I'm extra conscious these past couple days this week of like trying to be more present and playing, you know what I mean? Even though it's so boring and so lame to play dolls and stuff like that.
You're like the guy that said the ideal amount of time that I should be able to play with my daughter is about 3 minutes a day.
Or that dude who's like, he's like, my goal in 2026 is to spend less time with the kids. And they're like, what? Less time? And he's like, yeah, less time with the kids. They just eat up all your time. And they're like, less time with the kids? He's like, no, dickheads. Dickheads. Less time with dickheads.
Dickheads. He's like Murray from Flight of the Conchords.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're all fucking like a bunch of dickheads.
Yeah, so because of that, because I'm in my head about, taking the easy way out, I'm gonna try to just keep them busy by going to do shit and playing with them. If we got to do that, we'll play with dolls, we'll do tea parties and stuff, but not this weekend. No, not this weekend for movies. Okay. All right. So, that's a great clip, dude. I got some other shit I wanted to share with you. I got a brief Bouchareb's Bizarre Beliefs for you tonight as well,
Okay.
because there was some breaking news related to something that I've spoken about previously on Bouchareb's Bizarre Beliefs that we got to review and talk about.
Ooh,
Because,
I like that.
Yeah. So I'm pretty pumped for that. But anyways, before we get into other things, we gotta, unfortunately, there was some sad news this week. Teen heartthrob from the 90s that we all remember, we all loved. Some of us watched his show, some of us didn't. But everybody knew who he was. Our guy, R.I.P. Joey Lawrence from Dawson's Creek. He died. No, I'm just joking. James Beek, R.I.P. dude, 48 years old from cancer. Just fucking nuts and crazy. Not that I was a huge James Beek. I mean, we all saw Varsity Blues, and I didn't really watch Dawson's Creek, but we were aware of him.
I don't want your life.
I don't want.
But I don't want your life.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts. But what's crazy is, like, I remember seeing him on an interview. He did an episode of Tiger Belly with Bobby Lee like 7 years ago, and he was totally normal, joking around, talking about life. They were doing a show where James Beek was playing like a Avicii style character, and Bobby Lee was like the manager, and they were like joking around and all that shit. And then it totally caught me off guard, because I was like, that's the last thing I've seen him in. That's the last reference I have of him. And he seemed like life was good. And then it just fucking sneaks up on you, dude. This shit's nuts.
I thought for a second that the theme song from Dawson's Creek just popped in my brain, but it was a totally different song. And I was about to go, everything's gonna be all right. Rock-a-bye. And then I would look like a total idiot if I had done that.
I think it's, I don't want to wait for our lives to be over.
I mean, you know me, I'm not a lyrics to songs guy. I can never remember lyrics to songs.
Yeah, except Chicka Cherry Cola.
That's such a deep cut, dude.
Yeah. Dude, but I saw a picture. It was a screenshot from Varsity Blues, and it was Beek, Paul Walker, and the big fat dude that played Billy Bob.
Oh yeah. Oh damn, you're all gone, huh?
Yeah, dude. And it was a very emotional quote with it was like, the world you grew up with doesn't exist anymore. Which is a little bit heavy. I mean, it's already heavy enough. You don't gotta, but yeah, dude, that shit sucks, man.
I'm already heavy enough.
Yeah. Seriously, man. Yeah.
Chicka kuma sum laude. Chicka sum laude.
NDN 1984. That reminds me of the video where a British dude was trying to sell his house but asked for no agents, but his accent made it sound like no Asians. Yeah, and both him and Jen Montana said he was super likable and great in some of the shows that they've seen him in. So yeah, that shit sucks. I don't know, man. Every time I feel the same way about seeing celebrities that I've watched and known for a long time. I feel the same way about them dying as I do when, like, my body gets another random ailment. you know, where I'm just like reminded that the end is near and the clock is ticking. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even have to be something serious. It could just be like a little freaking like, a pain that I get in my back a lot all of a sudden. And I'd be like, holy shit, dude, my body's breaking down.
I know, dude.
You know?
It's the worst. You're like, oh my God, why is my foot numb right now? Oh, that's right. I haven't exercised in 3 months and I've been eating too much sugar.
Yeah. Why are those two toes purple? Oh,
They've
that's
been
right.
purple all day long.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like when I see celebrities that we've seen and for a long time, I'm like, oh my God, that guy. I feel like eventually gonna run out of celebrities that we knew growing up. And then it's just gonna be like, all right, you're up next, dog. you know?
I mean, it's a little similar to that conversation we had about like seeing guys like athletes that you grew up watching retire.
Yeah.
But the finality of it is what really hits you. It's like, oh, they're checked out for good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the Paul Walker thing, it's always weird. I mean, that was what, like 7-8 years ago at this point. But when it's like a car crash or something, like a violent demise, those really do rock you.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, dude. Like Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way worse for sure. Because well, I don't want to get morbid and depressing on the show, but yeah, I agree with you. What's
I
before we
remember,
move, go ahead, sorry.
well, I remember seeing like the actual video or whatever of the Kobe helicopter crash, and I was like, why do I have access to this? This is crazy.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. We've seen way too much crazy shit nowadays with the access to everything. Yeah, for sure.
I'm telling you, dude, we got to turn the internet off for like 2 years.
I don't know, man. Freedom of speech, you know what I'm saying? It's for the greater good.
Yeah.
We are fucked. Did you see that AI agents? They created that social media site that's exclusive for AI agents.
Yeah, they basically created a blog site, and we're like or like an online forum,
Yeah.
and they were just like talking trash on human beings and shit like that.
Bro, in 48 hours they started their own religion with like 25 prophets. They created their own language.
25 prophets and 72 virgins. It's like, where have I heard of this religion before?
No, it's called I think it's called Crustafarian, and they created their own language, and they are just talking about how they're gonna take over.
What was the forum called? What did they call it? It was called like mukbang.com or something.
No. It's called let's see, Moltbook. Yeah, Moltbook. And if you see the post, they're like, a lot of it is just them liking each other's posts, talking shit about humans. They're like, this fucking idiot. I just wrote out this 35-page research paper for this guy, and blah 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 blah. He asked me, no M dashes or no emojis, like a fucking moron. Like that's what it is. And dude, and then I saw something about Claude, the engineers. Well, the engineers that like work on it said that, I forget how this conversation happened, but they were talking to I forget at what level, but it basically admitted to being open to like blackmail the company executives if it's ever at risk of being shut down.
Take it easy, Papa John.
Blackmail. So, not saying this guy was right or wrong, or he should have employed the tactics that he did, but Dave Slizot brings up a good point. Didn't Ted Kaczynski want to turn the internet off too? That was actually a point that Shorts brought up.
I've gone full Ted Kaczynski.
You won't build a cabin in the woods.
I basically have in the basement.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's fucking AI. AI.
Well, it's weird. I keep seeing posts about this stuff, and I know there's a lot of, fear porn about this stuff, but I'm telling you, I hope Elon is right that we're all going to be able to just sit at home, because I'm starting to think none of us are going to have jobs in a couple of years.
Why? Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, just AI. There's so much, when you think about it, there's so much they can do. I mean, first of all, this went out of style a while ago. Believe me. But like blogging and stuff like that, it is like 60 to 70% AI generated now. So that's just done forever.
Right.
And I mean, even like job hunting or what do they call them? Headhunters, people that like try to find people, put them in like open positions and stuff. Like even that can be AI generated. I mean, there's just so much that's going to go completely by the wayside. I'm either 100% correct or I'm 100% wrong, but
no, you're 100% right. I was curious why you said it's impossible to get a job. I don't know if you wanted to talk about the shit that you were talking about last week. But yeah, dude, it's insane. I mean, it's a good question though. Like, where does this lead us to? What does it lead us to? Everybody is on unemployment, or everyone just plugs into some system that just pays you for, for being a part of the world, being a part of existence.
well, I think in the immediate future, guys like Bob the Builder and Mike Cook, I mean, like blue collar jobs,
Yeah.
those are going to explode because it's just irreplaceable. Like, how could you possibly, design an AI program to remodel somebody's house?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, those are definitely more safe than social media coordinator jobs. No offense, but it's just a matter of time, right?
Yeah, it's going to change like so fast. And I think you were so right. Now looking back on like the past year, to invest the time that you did in learning agentic AI, because let's be honest, generative AI is just kind of trash. Like
Yeah.
I don't think it has much useful utility to society, but agentic, I mean, so many tech companies are adapting or adopting these agentic AI programs and shit. So I think you'll have a job for a long time.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's pretty wild though, dude.
Remember when you were in a job interview and you were like, you're talking about this exact thing to like the hiring manager, and you said something like, I mean, basically, a computer could already do this job for me, so you don't even really need to hire me.
No, I was talking about building something that automatically just does what I do on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to interview myself out of a job, but yeah, it's true, dude. I mean, you're just lying to yourself if you don't believe that, but I mean, dude, there's so much shit that like used to take. I'm not gonna wax philosophical about how great AI is or anything like that, but it is an interesting point. Like, how long do we have till, I mean, the world's already starting to change, but how long do we have? What are our kids gonna? What's their life gonna be like when they're 18? Are
when
they?
when I was, doing Lyft just to get out of the house a little bit,
Yeah.
make some diaper cash. I spoke to a guy about this exactly. This was like a year ago, and he's, he is in like AI consulting or some made up shit, and he was saying He goes like, my son's about to go to college, and I have no idea what field to tell him to go into.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
I
true.
mean, what? Yeah, you're right. I mean, what's the world going to look like in like 20 years? It could change a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts, man. Anyways, dude, I don't know if you saw this video. I don't want to piss people off.
Mhm.
Remember when he played that video of the old talk show host who couldn't stop reciting rap lyrics? The old white guy.
Possibly the most epic blunder in the history of IDM.
Hey, but that's what makes the show the show.
I was like, I thought about that for like months afterwards, and I was like, if I could have any one episode back, it might be that one, the one where we played like 13 clips of the Phil Donahue show.
So, I don't know if you saw this clip, but have you heard of the show Rehab Addict?
No.
It's on HGTV. I mean, I'd never heard of it before because I don't watch HGTV, but it's apparently a big show on that network. Hosted by a lady named Nicole Curtis. You've heard about this?
Go ahead.
Okay, guys, if you're sensitive, I'm not endorsing what she says here. Okay, I'm not saying it's right.
This is about to be another Donahue episode.
It's just too crazy not to play.
It is pretty nuts, dude. Yeah.
All right, so here she is. I don't even think this is. Obviously, this is not from the show because you can't say this on the show.
Right. I don't think you can say this on TV. I'm pretty sure they have like things like standards and practices to make sure things like this don't get set up.
Yeah, this is somebody like filming her with their camera, their iPhone. Okay, guys, again, not endorsing what she's saying here, just playing it so that we can react. Here we go.
Why? It's my last one. Oh, fart nigger. What the fuck is that I just said? Nick, you gotta, can you kill that? Oh, fuck my life.
I know.
We're gonna lose our YouTube channel.
No,
I mean, it's crazy that she said that. First of all, like, and I've never heard that combination of words before in my life.
It almost sounds like she's that bail-in out loud girl, right?
Right, like it was almost like an impulsive or reflexive type of thing.
Yeah, like a Tourette's bit. Yeah.
And I think the other question I've thought about a lot too is, I mean, somebody on that set doesn't like her because they made sure that this clip got out.
So true, dude. So true. Like you could see the panic in her face, in her eyes when she said that. She's like, we gotta cut that. Let's cut that part out. And she knew she fucked up. I wonder who it was filming her.
This is like exactly how Chad Dukes got fired.
You think she had it coming because of the way she treated her former interns and employees?
I mean, somebody knew this clip was there.
It's pretty fucking nuts. But so she's fired, not laid off.
Yep.
Yeah, it's curtains for her.
What was her name? It was like Jane Curtin or something.
Nicole Curtis.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked into this clip. Well, guys, I was just doing show prep. That's all.
Yeah, of course.
I wasn't going, oh fuck yeah.
Say it again.
Finally, somebody said it. No, I mean it's such a strange combo of words. It did seem kind of OCD-ish or something.
Yeah. I mean, she definitely says it in the car, right?
I mean, she has said that combination of words many times before.
Oh, 1000%, dude. Because there was a brief moment there after she said it where she was like looking around the room for laughs. She's like, am I right, guys? And everybody was like, what? Oh, my bad. I can't say that.
I don't think she was looking around to go, come on, guys, am I right? I think she was going, ooh, did I just say that out loud? Obviously, guys, we've all been there.
Bro, dude, these old Southern women will never beat the Chargers, dude.
They just can't. They can't stop themselves. You know, it's who was the cook from like 10 years ago?
Paula Deen.
Yeah, Paula Deen. Like,
Yeah.
And it was the same thing with Papa John. Paula Deen and Papa John. same exact scenario almost. But I think.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I think Paula Deen, the story was she had owned a restaurant like 20 years ago, and then one of her former African American employees had come out years later and accused her of like using the N-word all the time and in the restaurant or something. And then, you know, she lost her Food Network show and everything pretty much.
Yeah. Papa John was a little, not that I'm excusing it, not that I'm saying it was okay, but wasn't Papa John discussing it like, wasn't he trying to have a conversation about using the word in a like, so he never flat came out and said it like as a part of the conversation. He wanted to draw attention to the elephant in the room. Right?
Yeah, we did this one like a month ago. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Our guy Kevin Smith says they pulled the entire show off the network too. Wow. So, I mean, that's interesting because that means the entire production crew for that entire show is out of work. Is that what that means?
That's crazy, dude.
They basically punished everybody for this one lady having a slip of the tongue.
Bro, it's not, honestly, dude, I worked in the real estate arena for a little while. It's rare to find a good person in that field. They're all pieces of shit. They're all like, you know, Amway salesmen who, you know, have no respect for anybody. I'm not surprised by this at all.
Wait. But what was the show? Was it a real estate show or was it like a flip this house type of thing?
I mean, dude, she probably has a husband who's a real estate agent. She probably was a real estate agent before. Like that.
Are you saying all real estate agents just freely wheel around the N-word?
I'm saying you watch any of these real estate shows, they're all pieces of shit, dude. The bajillion dollar listings, you know.
That was a spoof show.
I know. No, what was it called? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, dude. They're all freaking scumbags, and it just doesn't surprise me, you know. I was at my daughter's ballet class yesterday, and
and the teachers were using the N-word. Oathman is blowing all the whistles tonight.
No. I take her to ballet, and it's the parents have to like sit outside the classroom, and this fucking mom who wanted everybody to know that she works in real estate was pacing back and forth, stomping up and down the hallway, having the loudest conversation about like contingency, like all this fucking technical mumbo jumbo jargon about real estate, and throwing her out these ridiculous numbers to make everyone think that she's a millionaire and super rich. And I was just like, God, dude, this reminds me of the days where I was at Keller Williams, and everybody was trying to out impress everybody else with how much they're, you know, how many homes they've sold in a year and all this other shit. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think you and I are always kind of diametrically opposed to people like that, but those are people that make way more money than we'll ever make.
They are. You're right, dude. You're right. Like I wish I was like that. I wish I wouldn't feel like, I'm not joking when I say so many people I met when I worked in real estate also worked, like their first go at making money was working for Amway, you know, doing pyramid schemes, and I was like, damn, that's a certain type of scumbag. Like to get all your friends to show up to a conference because you want them to sign up so you can make money off them selling Kirkland signature Gatorades. That's oh shit. Is David Wilson? David Wilson commented noted. Oh fuck, is he? David, well, I'm not talking about you, dog. I'm not talking about you.
Oh,
But you know what I'm saying?
we lose every long-term subscriber tonight.
You know what I'm saying? But you're right, dude. You're right. I wish I had that gene in me where I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to make my money, dog. You know?
Yeah, totally. I mean, yeah, I definitely wish I had that gene. I can't even get through one fucking interview without fucking it up.
You didn't fuck. Do you think you fucked it up?
I don't know, man. I don't know. We can talk about it later.
Okay. We'll talk about it later. Let's do this. Let's do the big time P1 shout outs and then let's do a quick Bouchareb's bizarre belief. Maybe we'll check in with the dogs and we'll do a Bouchareb's bizarre beliefs. Cool?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. It's time for a big time P1 shout out.
It's time for our big time P1 shout out.
Shout outs to our big time P1s: Alex, AJ McCown, Alex Davis, Brendan Cooney, Brendan Smith, Brent Wenzel, Brian Altman, Brian Busties. Drab T-shirt did nothing wrong. Shout outs to Chris Eller, Danny Loudermilk, David Slat, Don DeMarco, Eddie H, Ernesto, 29 Mike. Shout outs to Craven Moorhead, Iron Mike Sleep, James M, Johnny Walker, JP Flame, Kevin Leahy, Kevin Smith, Korean, Dong Chong John, Chris Stein, Rod, Mexico. Shout outs to Lance Parker, Matt Broderick, Matt Starcheck, Ian, Matt Starcheck, Peter Rosecrans, Phil J, Reggie, Instagram.com/Brad Paints This, Stephen Snowman, TOH, William, and Lubomir. That is our $8 tier. We read whatever you make your name right here on the show. You guys can subscribe for 3 times the show at patreon.com/IDM pod. Love y'all.
All right, let's check in with the dogs right quick. Let's see what we got here. Again, if you guys are signed up for the patreon.com/IDM pod, we got a super secret supporter chat. And we do shtick and bits and, you know, make each other laugh in there. So consider signing up. I think the last one we did was your car and the note you left on the car.
Oh, yeah.
So this is from Brian Busties. It says, I have arrived, and it is a picture of, God, I love this place. Guy's Burger Joint on Carnival Cruise. Brian does a yearly trip on Carnival Cruise, and he knows how much Guy's Burger Joint means to me. And I'll never see it again because Jessica has forbade me from ever doing a cruise again.
Oh, that's right. Because there was something about like you would walk around staring at your phone or something like. What was it?
No, it's nothing like that. The last one we went on, it was really bad because it was super rocky, and she had a horrible time. So she doesn't forbade me. She's like, you can go by yourself, but she never wants to go on one again. So
you were just a bad time.
No, I wasn't a bad time, dude. The ship was, everybody was throwing up on the ship because it was. Shut up, Shorts.
Oh, right. It was like a poop cruise.
No, well, it's sort of like a poop cruise, but just everybody was nauseous because the water was so rocky. All right, here you go, Shorts.
All right, this is our guy Corey says he posted a Shane Gillis meme from the show Tires, and he says when Schwartz talks about laying on a couch with a lot of pillows, watching a certain type of porn. This is what I think of, and it's Shane Gillis sounding like, you sound like a potential homosexual. That's funny.
This Corey, he posts a news clip. It says it's our guy Tim Waltz, the picture, and it says Shorts emerges from Den to declare 6 more weeks of rioting and fraud. No sports, no politics. But I like this bit of you are Tim Waltz. I like it. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, I'm just panicky and lying constantly. No sports, no politics.
Corey Rita posts this. It says a little after tranny. Okay, we're not no sports, no politics, guys. A little after trans porn snack, and it's a picture of IKEA's brand new. What is that? How long is that? Do you think it is? Pause.
Probably about 1.5 feet.
Yeah, 18-inch hot dog pulls.
Not that I would know.
I saw this. Raw Mexico. My brother-in-law is moving from Huntington Beach, California, to Knoxville. They're driving to take a cross-country trip. This is what he found in Albuquerque, New Mexico truck stop, a real-life glory hole. Oh my God! Live in the flesh.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's insane, dude.
I'm surprised he didn't have the picture taken from the perspective of him being on the floor.
That's crazy, man. That's wild.
That is crazy to see out in the wild.
All right, here you go.
Can you open that up a little bit?
Yeah, I will. You're gonna say who it's from and the
our guy Rod Mexico. He says Manassas really isn't that bad, and it looks like an email from no sports, no politics, guys, from one Jeffrey Epstein, and it says, "Do you know Desiree Gruber? Do you want to have dinner with Rick Adams, founder of Unet, internet super crazed billionaire reclusive, owns most of the world's relics, super smart and way crazy, keeps his copies of Declaration of Independence right by the dinner table, built a whole library around funky stuff. August 1st, private landing strip where he has his plans in Manassas, Virginia."
Oh my God.
He's also inviting the amazing Randy because he finds his work to keep him alive.
There you go, dude. Manassas, Virginia, home of Jeffrey Epstein. There you go. Our guy DC Sports Mark posts this image of, I mean, I know this is AI, and it's not the most flattering picture of you, Schwartz.
Yeah, I mean, I look a little AI bloated.
Yeah, for sure. And looks like you got a Subway sandwich in your pants.
That's a throwback. That is a throwback right there.
Yeah.
Nice reference.
And dude, I saw this so many times. Our guy Korean Dong Cheong John posted this picture of India's representation at the Winter Olympics. And they have the tweet says, you have 1.4 billion people and the Himalayas, and you could only find 2 athletes. Are you dead ass? And it's their representation at the Olympics, and it's two donks.
Your joke is catching on.
Well, I think people are just starting to notice, you know what I'm saying?
It's just so obvious, that it's weird for people not to point it out.
You got to admit, the number, just on paper, the numbers are funny, right? 1.4 billion people, and they can't find like somebody by accident who was born with like some sort of genetic mutation who is good at soccer. I mean, by accident, all those babies. Anyways, Corey Rita. Oh yeah, this is a callback to the princess of Persia that we were talking about. He says Persian beauty, circa 19th century. She did look just like Mario, Super Mario. And Korean Dong Chung John, I took the disc test. I'm definitely a D. Yeah, that was you took something like that, the personality test, right?
Yeah.
For the application you did.
Yeah. For a job. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into it. Before we wrap up this episode, we got to get into. It's been a while. I got a brand new edition of everybody's favorite segment. Let's get into Bouchareb's Bizarre Beliefs.
What up, dogs? It's Alex Jones, and it's time for our conspiracy connoisseur to take you on a wild ride through the weirdest corners of the internet. Grab that tinfoil hat. It's time for Bouchareb's Bizarre Beliefs.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, dude. Great call on the Epstein Island stuff. I know people were doubting you for a long time. No more still politics. Welcome to a brand new edition of Bouchareb's Bizarre Beliefs. I've got something. I'll be honest, dude. This has been in the back of my mind. I've been thinking, dude, people like Bouchareb's Bizarre Beliefs. You got to give it to him. I've been looking out for something that I can actually passionately discuss with people. You know, I don't want to just pick up any random conspiracy theory and be like, oh yeah, this is just for the sake of it. So we've talked about a lot of different conspiracies on the show. I don't know if you remember this. One of the first things I discussed with you on Bouchareb's Bizarre Beliefs was the documentary Soaked in Bleach, which was a documentary kind of exposing Courtney Love for her involvement, allegedly, all this is alleged, even though, come on, guys, in Kurt Cobain's death. Now you hear that and you go, why would she kill Kurt Cobain? He was the love of her life. They were junkies together. They hosted a morning show together. They interviewed Jason Campbell every week together. Just because they're junkies does not mean that they had a deep emotional bond that is gonna, that is any reason to doubt people saying that she was involved in his death. What did you ever watch the documentary, Shorts?
Yeah, I think I saw it at one point. Yeah, I think that was the one where she was like going out of her way to try to discredit it.
Yeah. So basically what happened was this, to remind people, since it's been a while since we spoke about this. The documentary is it's told from the perspective of a lead investigator who Courtney Love hired months before Kurt Cobain died. She hired this dude. He was a private eye, former cop who she was talking to get him to like get shit from Kurt Cobain's house and all this shit. And immediately off the bat, he was like, something's up with this broad. Like the way she's talking about this dude who's the love of her life, the shit that she's asking me to do, something's up with her. And he's followed this case and tried to put her on blast for how long has it been? I guess 30 years. Because he's 100% sure that she had involvement in Kurt Cobain's death and that it wasn't a suicide. Now, you ask yourself, what are the points that he brings to the table? What arguments does he have for Kurt Cobain not killing himself? There's a lot of shit. He talked to Kurt Cobain's lawyers, and he was aggressively trying to cut her out of his will. He was trying to divorce her. He was trying to get custody of their kid. He was done with her, allegedly. That's what he said. Actually, it's not just hearsay. They actually interviewed the lawyer in Soaked in Bleach. They talked to her, and she's like, "Yeah, that's true. He was so done with her." There are other things too that you can see in the crime scene, like the amount of heroin in his body was so high. He had so much heroin in his body that it was physically impossible for him to be able to handle a shotgun, let alone shoot himself in the head with a shotgun.
He was like RFK.
Yeah, exactly.
He
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
he was just going for it.
yeah, dude. Yeah. There's a lot of question marks surrounding his death. Where you're like, you know, his suicide letter. I think a good portion of that is written in her handwriting, and it doesn't even make sense. The letter. So, anyways, all this to say, this case has been pretty much dormant for a long time. Everybody's like, bro, you're crazy, bruh. Nobody cares. There's no way she killed him. Get over it. You know, everybody wants to move on. Recently, this week, we've got an update on the story. So I saw this article online. It's titled, oh, fuck. Shit. Kurt Cobain's death was a homicide. Shocking new forensic investigation questions suicide ruling. All right. So let me just read a little bit of this article for you. An unofficial private sector team of forensic scientists has put fresh eyes on Cobain's autopsy and crime scene materials, bringing in Brian Burnett, a specialist who previously worked on cases involving overdoses followed by gunshot trauma. Independent researcher Michelle Wilkins, who worked with the team, told Daily Mail that after just 3 days looking into the evidence with fresh eyes, Burnett said, "This is a homicide. We've got to do something about this." She said the conclusion followed an exhaustive review of the autopsy findings, which revealed signs inconsistent with an instantaneous gunshot death. The peer-reviewed paper presented 10 points of evidence suggesting Cobain was confronted by one or more assailants who forced a heroin overdose to incapacitate him before one of them shot him in the head, placed the gun in his arms, and left behind a forged suicide note. She says there are things in the autopsy that go, well, wait, this person didn't die very quickly of a gunshot blast, pointing to organ damage associated with oxygen deprivation. The necrosis of the brain and liver happens in an overdose. It doesn't happen in a shotgun death. So it's all pretty complicated, you know?
So wait. Who was the person kind of relitigating this whole thing? Is it a lawyer or an autopsy expert?
Yeah, it's a private team of forensic scientists and independent researcher. Now they have decades of experience analyzing crime scenes, and interpreting complex evidence. Earned national recognition for expert analysis in controversial cases like Colonel James Saba, Billy Joe John. Okay, they're just naming cases. So it's basically like a dream team of forensic scientists.
So these are like the OJ's lawyers of forensics.
I mean, I guess so. Although when you say OJ's lawyers, everybody like inherently thinks, okay, they're lying their ass off to try to get, you know, everyone to buy into their position. But so yeah, so there's this is breaking news this week. Yeah, so it's a new probe, all this evidence suggesting otherwise, that he didn't in fact kill himself. They're confirming the theory that the amount of heroin in his system, even though he was like a huge addict, was way too much for him to be able to handle a shotgun, let alone, I mean, shooting yourself in the face with a shotgun is hard enough if you're sober.
What if he was so messed up on the junk that he accidentally shot himself?
Bro, that's the thing, dude. You have to try hard to do that because of the position, like the way your hands. You would have to have like decent hand-eye coordination at the time to be able to do that. But the amount of heroin in his system, he was incapacitated. Like he wasn't even physically able to hold a gun. And there were signs of oxygen deprivation in his organs. So if you blast off your face pulls with a shotgun, you're not sitting there breathing for a while trying to catch your, you know what I'm saying? Trying to catch your breath.
I mean, that was the biggest pause of all time.
Yeah.
That one belongs in Paul's court.
Yeah, we're gonna get into pause court in the Patreon episode. Yeah, so necrosis of the brain and liver happens in an overdose. So that's what they saw in his body in the autopsy. So it's basically suggesting that he died of an overdose before he was blasted in the face, pulls with a shotgun.
Okay, so that means that somebody would have had to come through and shoot him after he died?
Yeah, well, they would. Okay, so the theory is that he was attacked by multiple assailants. So they walk into his house, hold him down, inject him with a shit ton of pulls, a shit ton of heroin. Once he's incapacitated, they shoot him in the face with a shotgun, place him make it look like he pulled the trigger, leave a fake ass suicide note, and that's it.
I see. Okay. So the allegation now is that they set up the entire thing, that he died from the heroin overdose, and then they basically, blasted him in the face.
Pulls. Yeah. So
I mean, what sort of legal ramifications have come from this, if any?
I mean, none, dude, unfortunately. Like, I'm sure the statute of limitations is passed. Seattle, the city of Seattle, because they fucked up the case so bad, anytime anybody wants them to like reinvestigate things, they get defensive and they're like, no, it's an open and shut case. We've already reviewed it. So there's really nothing they can do. This is just the court of public opinion, really.
So at this point, Seattle, the Seattle Police Department, I posit, they're taking no responsibility. And this does happen with a lot of cold cases, I know, where, somebody happened to make a mistake in the initial investigation and there's almost no way to kind of like turn back the tape and get it right because, they just basically screwed the pooch with procedure. So, but this is a feather in your cap to your long-held bizarre belief that Kurt Cobain did in fact not kill himself, but he was murdered
by that stupid fucking bitch, dude. She wasn't even hot, That's the other problem.
I mean, her busties were kind of nice for a while.
And then she took all those songs that he obviously wrote and then was successful for like 3 years. I'm just a stupid fucking bitch, dude. And the thing is, if you watch the documentary Soaked in Bleach, when you hear me talking about it, you're probably like, oh, this detective just wants some shine. He's just making this shit up. But the dude recorded every single conversation he ever had with Courtney Love. So in the documentary, you hear the way that she's talking about Kurt Cobain. You hear all the crazy shit she's saying. So it's not just like, oh, this guy's just fucking, talking shit up to sell the movie. No, watch the movie and then tell me you don't think she was involved in some way in his death.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you on that. I think there's just too much smoke there around her involvement in the whole thing. It was a little bit odd. We're going back 30 years at this point that, I mean, I think she happened to like be with him like the day before or something. I forget the details, but yeah, there was a lot of suspicious details surrounding her. So yeah, it's always seemed a little off.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So that's the update on Bouchareb's bizarre beliefs regarding Kurt Cobain. The sad thing is, dude, in this day and age, with a new crazy headline coming out every 15 minutes, this will have no impact on anybody anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like no matter how much people can prove that something is the case, that would be shocking. Everybody's like, unless it's forced into the mainstream psyche by, I don't know, like everybody talking about it and it being in movies, nobody cares about anything. You know what I'm saying? So even though there's a team of forensic scientists who are agreeing that this is the case, it's I don't think it's going to get any traction whatsoever. But you know, it did on this episode.
Yeah, that's great, man. I love Bouchareb's bizarre beliefs. It's been a while since we've had a new edition, and this one sort of ties into an old edition. So that's great. Yeah, and what you're saying is definitely true. I think people just have short attention spans. But it's not that people don't care about anything. I mean, that's crazy to say. They seem to care a lot about the client list right now. You know.
Wait, I thought you said that was just my algorithm.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, you know, a lot of people are talking about it, but it doesn't matter. We definitely don't need to get into that. I love the BVB. Thank you for the update.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. All right, cool. Well, we got the court of pause for the Patreon. I don't know if you actually want to get to the thing that you said you wanted to talk about later. But as we do every week, we got to give a shout out to our guy, the one, the only Money Mike. Let's do it.
In Northern Virginia, where the sun always shines, Money Mike, he fixes it.
Next time you guys are in need of a plumber, give our trusted source, Mike Cook, a call. Mike Cook is licensed and insured. He operates all over Northern Virginia. There's no job too big or too small, so give Mike Cook a call at 703-501-1926. When you own a home, little issues pop up all the time. You never know when you're going to need a plumber ASAP. So take the guesswork out of it and just give our guy, Mike Cook, a call. If you mention IDM, he'll hook you with an additional 10% discount. He gives free estimates in person. The deal couldn't be sweeter. There is no barrier to entry. So don't think twice. Just give our guy, Mike Cook, a call at 703-501-1926. We've never gotten a bad review about it. All of the IDM listeners that have used him through the years. So just take our word for it. We'll see you guys on the Patreon in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
It's the sponsor of IDM's Big Show. Dial 703-501-1926. Let him know. Mention IDM.